timing.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Well, I'm StarPrincessHLC. We got Yorkshire Raver and Surratt here playing Slay the Princess.
Yeah, for the first time.
Yeah.
Even though I do have the option to load a game here, still don't know what happened with that last session.
Me neither.
See, we've got to save here from something.
It's not like we're about to return to making some poor life choices.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where we left off. We were just about to start playing.
Yeah. Weird.
Let's see. Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
No pressure, dude.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I don't even remember getting here.
I was gonna say, how did we get here?
What if you just shoved me in? What if you just knocked me out, shoved me in a van, then dropped me off here? Yeah, killing a princess does seem kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller?
Excuse me, it's a person who fishes.
If anything, slaying a princess
Yeah,
is
fisherman.
much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay, I'm not saying it's bad to slay a princess in particular here, game. I am kind of saying, why am I slaying anyone at all? This does not seem like the thing I should be sent out here to do. Do I get a reward, at least?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
That doesn't help. Look, can you tell me what it is?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you.
It's a participation
Whatever
trophy.
you think it might be, I can promise
It's
you
a
it's
gold
going to be even
star.
better than your wildest imagination.
He slayed the princess and just got this lousy t-shirt.
Yep.
Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her. Maybe if she's as bad as you say she is, maybe I'll slay her. I ain't committing to anything till I've actually had a chance to talk to her.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Weirdest feeling about
Then
this.
each and every one of us
Yeah.
is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Oh good, no choice this time.
This time.
Well, where I was, where I just
interior
was,
of
I
the
had
cabin
plenty
is
of
almost
choices to
entirely
talk.
bare.
I
The
walk up
True.
the path
stale
and just
and
go,
musty,
you just
and
have
the floor
one
and
thing to do
walls are
now.
painted in a fine layer
true.
of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
Someone really did a
You'll
lousy
need
job
it
of just
if you
putting
want to
that
do this
knife,
right.
knife on the table.
Yeah, that's a dangerous position to put a knife in.
Yeah, would have been more sense to have the handle poking out on the side.
Yeah.
Or just have it actually on the table. You know, blade pointed away from the main edge that people will walk towards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not
You take the
careful,
blade
not
from the
notice it, you
table.
just
It'd be
Mosey
rather
along, next we know,
difficult to slay the
discovering
princess and
how
save
sharp
the
that
world
is.
without it.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Ow, my kidneys.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Setting her free would be more of doing her a favor, but what do I know?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
I like you, voice in my head.
Don't you dare.
I don't like you, other voice in my head.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah, we're gonna drop the knife.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
You realize I'm here to kill you, right?
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
I'm gonna call you Babe.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No. I mean, I know what I've been told.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
And what is it? How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Like we get a straight answer out of him.
Yeah. Ain't nobody giving me a straight answer around here. Just out of curiosity, how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Hush you.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Someone seen Saw. I think we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
We're here because of those unpaid parking tickets.
Yeah, let's get you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Why wouldn't they have? So I'm gonna go check upstairs.
I'll be here.
I mean, where are you gonna
You
go?
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let's try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Let me out of here!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Damn it, freaking
You make your way
railroaded.
back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
That is a good point.
Easier for everyone.
Who's everyone?
Except me.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Was he? That
As
he
the
said
princess
before.
approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
My arm looks kind of funny.
Hmm.
It's like you need to
Wait,
see a manicurist.
this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Maybe a dermatologist.
Yeah, the dermatologist is far more pressing here. The hell are those bumps on my arm?
Watch me.
Although I should be more worried about the fact that I'm about to stab the princess against my will.
Yeah.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Well, you didn't help.
You're on a path. In
There's
the
absolutely
woods.
no one trying to help me
Under the end
around
of that
here.
path is a cat,
Yeah.
and you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Why am I here? No, seriously, I just died. Why am I here?
What are you talking about? We just started the game.
No, we did not. We did not just start the game. I died. That, or this bad sense of deja vu?
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
No, it isn't. It is not the first time either of us have been
Don't
here.
forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
God damn it, the voices in my head are arguing.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
You know, this is more than just deja vu. I'm pretty sure this whole thing just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree? I
Sounds
just
reasonable to me.
I just died. That
No, you
that
didn't.
seems an important point to agree to disagree on. Ugh. I can't trust anybody. Not even my damn co-host right now. Okay. Let's assume I'm telling the truth here, because I am, and all of this actually did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
See, that voice in my head agrees with me.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
A professional pain in the ass, maybe.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
See, I'm not the only one that thinks this.
Sir, you're having a
Yes,
moment.
but in this
You clearly need a break. Here's some
hypothetical
Kaiser balls and
scenario,
ketchup.
That begs the question of how you got back here.
God
Did
damn
time
it.
simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported
The only
to a
food in the
different
world.
entirely?
I've had chocolate, you know.
That wasn't chocolate.
Okay, then what was it?
Off-brand ketchup.
Off-brand ketchup. Nobody ever put that much sugar in ketchup before.
It was a one-off.
I kept refilling that barrel with the stuff.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't there to see it.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
You're talking in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Facts seem an awful lot like circles. Let's talk about this princess for a second.
Just be quick about it.
Who locked her in the basement, and what is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
You know, if they locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
You know, you need a lot more sarcasm in your voice when you say something like that, dude.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Because I did something terrible in a previous life and this is my torment?
Yes, right. We're here because we're special.
See? Like that. Say it like that.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
You know, the lack of detail is making this awfully difficult. Just saying.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
Trust has to be earned.
Looks like this line is going to be very prominent. Sir Ross, get in the cabin.
Yeah. The only reason she was able to kill me was last time because I let her. All she did was slit my throat. How the hell is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
I have pockets?
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
That's
That...
not very neat
Within,
handwriting.
you find a
No.
note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
I'm having a hard time buying this.
Also,
That doesn't
depending on the
prove
timeline,
anything. How do
Sparson
we know
cannot
you
write,
didn't just forge our handwriting?
let alone read.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Let's go.